Have you ever had a physical accident or a sudden streak of bad luck that felt completely random at the time, but deep down, really, you realize probably later that it was your nervous system, your protective system that knew exactly what it was doing to keep you safe at the moment. You just didn't realize it consciously, that is. I am sat here at my desk in where I'm trekking through the raw manuscripts that I wrote yesterday, or the part of it that I wrote yesterday, for my new book, which is called Authentic Confidence Built from Within. And I wanted to read for you an exclusive teaser from chapter 4 because this is the exact moment where my own unconscious mind used a flight of stairs to completely hijack my timeline for quite a period of time. So I've printed it here. So far, this subchapter is called The Somatic Backlash. Let us look at the raw physics of this somatic backlash through my own experience. Shortly after my husband passed away, I found myself with 24 hours of my day suddenly emptied of caregiving responsibilities. It took months for my system to realize that my time was once again my own. I remember with absolute clarity the afternoon I decided to drive to a local DIY shop to buy paint. I wanted to redecorate my house, to claim a fresh, intentional space for my life to owe. Or maybe, really, it's 9-0 or something. Thank God I'm not a cat. Anyway, on the drive there, I wept uncontrollably. It was a strange, disorienting collision of theory and raw emotion. I understood the structural mechanics of what I was doing, yet the sheer wonder of executing a choice based entirely on what I wanted overwhelmed my system. I painted most of the house in a surge of momentum, but what I had failed to calculate was the sheer terror brewing within my unconscious mind. For 8 years, my system had been conditioned to operate as a 24-hour palliative carer. Its entire survival architecture was built on the vast elimination of self in service of another's requirements. Now, I was making bold, independent choices. My unconscious mind revolted. First, it hit me with COVID, then long COVID, leaving me breathless as I climbed the stairs. Yet, driven by raw grit, I pushed through and kept painting. Because my unconscious mind could not stop my expansion through illness, it engineered an absolute structural intervention. Walking down those very same stairs, I slipped. The fall resulted in a complex tibial plateau fracture, or TPF, and it forced me to spend the next 10 weeks flat on my back with an elevated leg, entirely dependent on others. Analytically, the diagnosis was stark. My unconscious mind was mortified by the rapid changes I was introducing to our internal baseline. Terrified of the unknown coordinates of my future, it deployed the ultimate counteraction to restore safety. It put me back in a position where making choices was out of the question. It did its job beautifully. Now, in chapter 5, I break down exactly how to spot when your system is sabotaging your choices, just like that. It has happened to us all. I'm pretty sure of it.